Alright, so today what we're doing is building the base. And the design for the vanity that I started with is, I'm going to put it right here. Okay, that's the design I started with right there. So today we're going to do that whole bottom portion of the vanity. So sit back, relax, and if you want to see how I made it, go ahead and stick around. Alright, sit back, relax, crack yourself open a cold beer like this, and I'll explain to you what I'm doing. So first thing I'm doing, I'm having to get these rails to the right rough length for the base. There's approximately 8 rails altogether. You saw the first ones in the legs video that were connected to both of the legs. Here I'm just planing down the 4 top rails. In the next scene, you're going to see me make the 4 bottom rails, which more or less are holders for the bottom shelf. And here I am measuring it up and using my chop saw to cut it into pieces. You'll probably notice that I only cut 2 pieces of wood, and then I'm going to put them through the planer, but don't worry, I'm going to cut both of those pieces in half. Because the bottom rails are a lot thinner than the top rails. You're going to have to forgive me for speeding up my beautiful angel voice in these videos. I had to get through this. If you want, I can send you a personal serenade, if you will. Now that both boards are squared up, I cut them in half. And make sure they're both the same size. Now it's time to start cutting these boards to size. Don't really remember the dimensions. I believe they're 14 inches for the side boards and 52 inches for the front and back rails. If you look in the background, you can see that the legs haven't been assembled yet. Now it's time to put the pocket holes into all the pieces. I know that some people aren't fans of these, but I use glue and it's plenty sturdy for a vanity. Alright, now that I've got all my pieces to size, I'm going to do a chamfer along the outside bottom of the apron here on all 4 pieces, just to give it a little breakup of a straight piece. Alright, I'm going to put a chamfer along the top and the bottom, all the way around these bottom slats that are going to go at the bottom of the vanity. I'm not sure that you guys understand how many chamfers were involved. There were 118 chamfers that had to be done. What a long, horrible process that was. And that vacuum hose didn't do jack. Alright, this is what I did. I put this chamfer on both sides, and that's going to be the bottom plank. Then I came in and sanded all the parts. Took about 2 hours to sand it down to about 320 grit. Now it came time to start connecting the rails to the legs And I use a little bit of glue, and there you see me putting in the pocket hole screws. This didn't take too long, and I used the spacers to lift the rails off of the workspace. I decided I wanted my first slat on either side to wrap around the legs of the vanity. So here you see me cutting out those square areas and placing it in, and that's how it's going to fit right there. I line up all the slats, and then I use the blue chalk line to mark so I can do the screw holes. And I lost the footage of doing the screw holes, and I apologize. I went to Facebook to figure out what stain I should use, and the consensus was I should use the special walnut. And I have to say that it turned out and it looks really good. Once I got to the base, I realized afterwards that I kind of screwed up. I had a little bit of the stain run. I didn't go back and wipe it off correctly, but it is on the back. You can see it right here as I put on the enduro-var. I took the slats and I put the enduro-var on them on the top of the base, flipped them over after it was dry, did 4 or 5 coats, and then I placed it underneath on the shelf. There they are, and here's me placing them back on the shelf, getting ready to screw them in. This being hardwood, I went ahead and drilled the holes into the hickory, and then I put the screws in.
Well, there you have it. The base is complete and done together, and the finish is put on. Here's the top on top of the base. The next video I do is going to be installing a sink and then installing this into my bathroom. I appreciate you watching. If this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button. I do a lot of DIY, some bowl turning. I make some other things. You just might enjoy yourself. While you're at it, hit that little bell next to the subscribe button, and what that'll do is tell you when my next video comes out. I appreciate a thumbs up and a comment down below if you have something to say. I appreciate it, and until next time, stay cool.
Okay, circumstances out of my control. I'm going to have to apologize right here. I'm not going to be able to post next week the video of installing this into my bathroom for a few different reasons. First of all, I haven't chosen a sink for the vanity yet. Second of all, the bathroom, I have to tear out one of the walls, fix the drywall, then I can go ahead and put the new vanity in after I paint and all that stuff. So it's going to be a little while until I can get that video out, so I apologize. In the meantime, next week I should have a pretty cool video coming out of a commission build. So I hope you enjoy that. And like always, I appreciate you watching, and stay cool. If you don't subscribe, ISIS wins. And you don't want that. You really, really, really don't want that.